What's also interesting is like there's also a clear commercial impact like that we've heard here today. Like I remember reading that on YouTube, if you publish a video that says that vaccines causes autism, you're going against the prevailing body of evidence. And by doing so, you're endangering public harm. So, and that's sufficiently good enough for them to blacklist you and your videos never get any views. And so there's a clear, that's like one example, and clearly there's much more.
That brings up the downstream effects. We were going to talk about the downstream effects of, what are the downstream effects of retraction and weaponization of science? And if those of you who don't know, if you do a study, someone's supposed to replicate it, and then more people are supposed to replicate it, and then you put all the studies together, line them up, and you do something called a systematic review, and then you do a meta-analysis. And if they throw out the results they don't like, they're biasing not just that one study, they're biasing the meta-analysis. That's just an assault on all of us. That's just completely unacceptable from trust in science. And if science is going to survive, we're going to have to fight against this with all of our might. We're going to have to redo meta-analysis, putting studies back in that were left out for inconvenient results. We're going to have to see that. And I can see HHS funding major programs of looking back over the flawed, fraudulent science and bringing forward assessment studies. What happened? Re-analyses and republication of old data.
I do think that one of the downstream effects, and you can fill in the blank whether you think it's intended or unintended, is that people get sick and die. One of the tragedies about kicking the can down the road regarding the autism epidemic over the past 25 years plus, since they started the inception of the Verstraeten study in 1999, is that the autism rates went from 1 in 500 to 1 in 31. And if you think that autism is like the good doctor, please come to my house. I will invite you in, and by all means, you will be helping. And you will be cleaning up, the collateral damage. 40% of children that are on the autism spectrum are severe. Most of them non-speakers, non-verbal. They're trapped in bodies that betray them. If you think it's a gift, think again.
The other downstream effect is all of the good research that ends up not getting done because it's not funded. We just don't know how much we could have learned because really bright minds aren't doing the work.